devotees of Krishna and not yogis who are trying to acquire mystic power from Krishna so they can manipulate Krishna's external energies for their own selfish ends. We are not colonists who are trying also to get the facility for the gratification of their senses. Neither are we the people who want to merge into Krishna and forget about their sufferings. All these classes of devotees, they are devotees because they are trying somehow or other to come to Krishna. They are all very selfish and imperfect in their approach to Krishna. Devotees are those who are trying to give their heart. They are different. Therefore, devotees are very, very dear to Lord Krishna because they have sacrificed everything for their personal gratification, for pleasing Lord Krishna. So Krishna loves his devotees. In fact, he told Vasamuni, I cannot forget my devotees who have sacrificed everything for me. It is not possible for me to forget my devotees. Therefore, devotees are very, very dear to Krishna. And as such, it is the duty of everyone, especially the leaders, to make provision to help devotees become successful in our attempt to serve Krishna. It is very, very important for devotees to be protected. It is very important for devotees to be cared for. We should care for devotees because Krishna cared for us. And Krishna cared for his devotees. We are worshipping the same person, Lord Krishna. If we don't see a brother, a sister, for some time, it is our duty to call on the devotee. I have not seen you for this time. What is happening? We should check on devotees and see what is happening for them. Whatever is required, we should be ready to make the sacrifice. We should make a practical approach or practical demonstration to show our love in action. Not just telling somebody I love you, but we should show our love in action. The devotee's duty is on the ground. Love in action means we have to pick it up and put it in the proper place. A devotee is sick. Love in action means we have to do something to make sure we get a devotee cured. A devotee needs some advice. We should do something practical, not preaching philosophy to the person alone, but to be available. We should be available for the devotee. This is love in action. And that is caring for devotees. I want to see how much we are sacrificing our own false ego, our own prestige, our own comfort for taking care of devotees. Devotees who are always ready to help other devotees by sacrificing their own comfort. They always stand the chance to be empowered, to be blessed by Lord Krishna and his pure representatives. And devotees who have no space for other devotees in their life. In other words, selfish devotees who are just for themselves. They lack empowerment and they will never be blessed. So, for any devotee to be blessed, we should have space for other devotees in our own life. It means that we should be very, very open and see that we are existing as devotees because of other devotees who are around with us. No single devotee can have a tumultuous kirtan alone. To have a tumultuous kirtan means we have many devotees. That means that we need other devotees who are around us, because if we leave our body today, anyone, who are the people that will be around us to take care? It's not our parents who may be far away from where we are. It is not our friends. It is the devotees who are right with us. Therefore, every devotee should live his or her life in such a way, with this consciousness, to understand that my life depends on the life of devotees who are around me. Therefore, whatever it takes for me to do now to help the devotees, I should do it. There is a practical experience in one of the temples in West Africa. The temple commander and the driver in the temple, they always have misunderstanding. And every time we try to tell them to give up this animosity towards each other. The driver and the temple commander, they never give up. They maintain bad feelings towards each other. So after some time, the temple commander's wife became pregnant. And at midnight, she was in labor. And he does not know how to drive. The driver is sleeping. They are not in good time. The wife is crying. She needed a doctor. And it was midnight. No taxi is working at that time. And in Nigeria, it is dangerous to move at that time. So what will he do? He cannot go and wake the driver to assist him because they are not in good time. And the wife is crying and shouting and calling for his help. He was restless and was moving around without knowing what to do. Because he knows that he's not friendly with the driver. And he cannot go at this time to call for him. He was serious in anxiety. So somehow or other, we got to understand what was happening. So we went and woke up the driver and spoke to him. So he reluctantly, because the authority is speaking, reluctantly he came and took the wife of the temple commander to the hospital, and she got delivered. When they came back to the temple, so I called two of them. And then I said, please, I would like to hear from you what you have learned from this incident. both of them were silent. Because they could clearly see that if the driver refused to have taken the wife to the hospital, something must have happened. Therefore, they naturally fell down to offer obeisances to each other, begging for forgiveness. Some of us were so dull, so weak in our consciousness that we need something practical to show us that we need each other very much. And we should be responsible for each other's feelings, each other's need. We should take care of each other because nobody knows what is going to happen to us tomorrow. Today, I may have a position, I may have some facility. If I use my position to victimize devotees who are not in that position, tomorrow the situation may change, and I will be in a situation that I will need the help of the devotee. How will I feel? Like the temple commander and the driver. How would they feel? We shouldn't put ourselves in a situation that we will regret. Therefore, we should care for each other. We should be available for each other. That is why Krishna and our acharyas, they gave us a temple. Anyone can practice Krishna consciousness in their forest, in their house, anywhere. But why should we come together? We are coming together because we need each other's support. We should try to understand this. We need each other's support. Especially if we read together, it is more powerful than reading alone. If you chant together, it is more powerful than chanting alone because we will balance each other's energy while we are practicing our sadhana. If we hear together, Kapil Muni explains that in Third Canto of Bhagavatam. Krishna consciousness is best relished in association of devotees. It doesn't mean that one cannot read alone in the house, one cannot hear alone in the house, or somewhere, or under a tree. But when we hear together, it has more potency. So we need each other for us to grow fast or faster in our Krishna consciousness. We must appreciate whoever or whomever Krishna might have sent to us. Everybody that will come in contact with, it is our duty to treat that person as if our life depends in the hands of that person. If you don't apply this system, you can go on and on in our devotionals mechanically, and this will not affect the drastic change in our life. So, love of Godhead does not begin when we get back to Goloka. Love of Godhead begins with the devotees of Krishna, the people who are just around us. We will attain perfection here before we go to Godhead. So Krishna has arranged by sending all the facilities, all the devotees around us, so we can use them to perfect our lives. So love begins from where we are, not in Goloka before we attain pure love of Godhead. It begins from here with each other. So we should know, we should appreciate each other and take advantage of what Krishna has provided. Every individual devotee around us has a powerful effect in our practice. Therefore, we should care for each other because they have an influence in our life as devotees to make progress, to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. And love is not always sweet like we expected. Love is painful. If you really understand what love means, it is painful. Why? A person who will, or the person who will care for will do something which we will not like, but we have to accept because we love the person, we care for the person. And also, love does not mean someone is doing something wrong or keep quiet. That is not love, that is hatred. If we love a person, we care for a person. If a person is doing something wrong, we should show our love to the person by telling the person the truth. What you are doing is not healthy for you. It's not healthy for this environment. Not healthy for anybody. This is love. So it is painful to tell the truth wherever and whenever it is needed. That is love. That a brother or sister do something wrong, our love for the person means that we should tell the truth. We should tell the person what you are doing. It is not good. It will not help you. That is love. It is hatred if we keep quiet, seeing a devotee do something. We may think that because I love this person and I want our friendship, our relationship to continue, therefore, if I should tell the truth, it may break our friendship. That is not love. That is not friendship. Because it is not about the person's welfare. It is about what we are getting from the person that we want to maintain the relationship with. It is not love. It is not caring for each other. Caring for each other, loving each other means that it is not the body, it is the person. And we have to care for the person and not just about what we are getting from the person. That is selfishness. In the material world, we don't understand what is love. Love does not require taking. Love means giving. It is not taking. Whenever there is a tendency of taking, it is no more love, it is selfishness. In environment where there is love, the competition is what to give to each other and not what to take. In that environment, that is Vaikuntha. That is what the Prophet has come to create. He created for us. That is what our acharyas created for us. That is what Krishna consciousness means. Loving each other, caring for each other, is to try to give, not to take. That is selfishness. When we want to take, it is selfishness. But when we want to give, it is love. Can you imagine a society, an environment where every single devotee is trying to give? There will be no difficulty in that environment because the energy which is maintaining the environment is that of caring, that of love, that of concern for others. We need this. Our society will grow. Our society will be very, very powerful. Our society will be wonderful. Our society will be more potent if we remove selfishness from our dealing, from our relationship with each other, and develop the consciousness or the mentality of always trying to give. To do that, we should be ready to suffer. That is love. We should be ready to suffer. If you want to care, if you want to love, then we should be ready to suffer. If we're not ready to suffer, we cannot love and we cannot care for him. We cannot. That is why love is very difficult, especially in the material world, with the conditions of love is difficult because we don't understand what it is and we're not ready to suffer, to make the sacrifice, to make something wonderful happen. So it's difficult here. So what we call love in the material world, it is lost. Opposite of love. For those who know the science of loving, caring for each other, and we are constantly sharing that, our philosophy will work better. Because philosophy is wonderful, is powerful, is sweet, and we should go for it. But beyond the philosophy is love. There was an experienced preacher. Very experienced preacher. He's a Christian. his congregational members asked him, Master, you are a experienced preacher. When you preach, everybody benefits and we love it. So, why is it that you are not speaking every day to us? We want to hear from you every day. He said, I am preaching every day. Every day I'm preaching. But when I like, I speak. By his wonderful love for his people, he's already preaching to them by his own good character, by his love for the people, by how much he cares for the people. It's already a powerful preaching he's doing every day. How much he's caring for his devotees. So he said, I'm already doing that by how much I care for all of you. Only when I like, sometimes I speak, but for preaching, I'm doing that every moment of my life. This is caring. This is love. And this is what Prabhupada gave to us. We saw how Prabhupada covered all the devotees with his compassion, with his love, and he cared for devotees. So much so that the devotees who come close to him never wants to leave his association. That's the loving energy he has, the compassion he has, the affected devotees. And that means that those who really care and love people are pure devotees. With purity, one can truly love people, one can truly care for people. And that is Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.